Hello again, it's your friendly neighborhood host, JT Wheatley, back for another episode of the History of Comics podcast. This time, and keeping with the season, another edition of the Creepy Classics with Hellboy, Seed of Destruction by Mike Mignola and John Byrne. Hellboy, Seed of Destruction was the introductory miniseries that introduced the Hellboy character created by Mike Mignola. And in this story, with some scripting help by John Byrne, we get the origin of Hellboy, how he was brought back by an ancient ritual during World War II by, of all people, Rasputin. Yes, that Rasputin from Russian history. But ends up being raised by the Americans, specifically Professor Broom, who is a master of all things occult, and he ends up joining the Bureau of Paranormal and Research Development, BRPD, in which it goes about fighting occult monsters. And sure enough, at present day, though, this apparently resurrection comes to head as Hellboy's true destiny is somewhat revealed to him by a resurrected Rasputin as he does battle with him. This is just a great atmospheric read that, while probably not one of the best Hellboy stories, is a perfect introduction. It introduces his origin, his main supporting cast. Liz Sherman and Abe Sapien also appear in this. Great. It also his main villainy with Rasputin. And of course, this is a bit different from the original movie series, because in the movie series, Hellboy is like a secret character, but in the comic book series, from the get-go, Hellboy is a public figure walking around, drinking beer, and hanging out with normal humans. It's kind of cool. I actually always liked that prospect better. That's why I actually like Hellboy: The Golden Army better than the first Hellboy, because they introduced the fact that he gets to hang out in the normal world. And of course, a little scripting help by John Byrne, but after this, Mike Mignola would take over. But the main appeal is Mignola's gorgeous gothic art. This is as good. His art is just some of the best creepy-looking art you'll ever see. Brilliantly done from beginning to end. Hellboy is just such a perfect creation. It has a nice Lovecraftian theme to it, which of course is a big influence on Hellboy as well. But yeah, the Hellboy is easily one of the best horror monster comics on the stands to this day. One of the best, more original characters created in recent years. So yeah, you're looking for another creepy classic to check out? Get started on Hellboy, especially with the Seed of Destruction miniseries from 1994, which incidentally won in 95 the Eisner for Best Reprint and Best Writer Artist for Mike Mignola, which is, that should tell you everything you know right there, how prestigious that was, guys. We know the Eisners are the Oscars of comic books. So yes, if you're looking for a nice creepy classic for the holiday season, definitely check out Hellboy, Seed of Destruction, because that is a nice creepy classic.
My name is Mark McCrae, and I'm the author of The Best Saturdays of Our Lives.
I'm Dan Klink, co-host of the Best Saturdays of Our Lives podcast.
The Best Saturdays of Our Lives features programming trends from the 1966 television season all the way through the last hurrah of the early digital age of the 1990s.
On the show, if it's animated, we talk about it.
Order your signed copy today at tbsool.com.
And listen to the podcast at esonetwork.com and all podcast platforms.
Now it is October 14th, 2021. Time for the favorite comic of the week. X-Men number 4 by Jerry Dugan and Javier Pena, which finds the X-Men while trying to take a nap. Nightmare starts haunting their dreams, bringing up their old regrets and so forth, as he's taking advantage of a certain superhero's recent death. This is a great one-shot story in general, right in time for the October spooky season, with some very evocative art by Javier Pena, especially the variant cover that is a nice homage to the Headless Horseman, but also it plays up the regrets that the X-Men have and a lot of their deepest fears, and Nightmare's always a great villain, and Jerry Dugan really does a great job exploring that, showing that the things we fear are the things really do haunt us. And he really gets into the characters of Cyclops and Jean Grey and Wolverine and so forth. So yeah, nice little one shot. It'd be nice. It's nice to see comic books do more one shots like this, where it's not has to be some 6 or 8 episode arc or a big crossover. Like, hey, we enjoy a little one shot every now and then, especially since it's a nice spooky one time with the October Halloween season. So yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing more of these. But yeah. That's my favorite comic book of the week. And also I want to go ahead and be sure to promote the Fall Horsemen on the YouTube. My good friend James and Jessica Moser, they are out there still putting out YouTubes on the days of Halloween. And like I mentioned, there may be a certain guy who's shown up on those things who reminds you that why he does podcasting, because he has a face for it. But yeah, that being said, do check out the Fall Horsemen on YouTube and all the social media platforms where they're listed. And of course, go out and enjoy yourself a good comic book. And if you can, pick up Hellboy, Seed of Destruction, because that is a creepy classic.